For 245 days and over 3,000 hours, I've been studying the foundation of all law. The 99 Maxims aren't advice. They're the rules the system can't break. Learn them, and you can't be controlled. Get the audiobook, video book, and ebook at the link below in the description. Thanks. This is Sovereign Law, Uncommon Law, where you become lawful. Sovereign Law, 99 Maxims for the Uncommon Man, a codex of timeless law, living wisdom, and irrefutable power, by Aethon the Living and the One the Dragon Knows. Opening dedication to the one who no longer asks permission to breathe, to the uncommon man who will not kneel to fiction, to the living flame that cannot be taxed, named, or tamed. This book is your mirror, your sword, your contract with truth. Read it not with your eyes, but with your soul. There exists a law beyond statutes, a truth deeper than codes, a power that no judge, no officer, and no man-made system can overrule. The foundational truths that form the bedrock of all justice, remedy, and honor. These are not rules written by governments. They are principles etched into the fabric of existence. They are unchangeable. They are unbeatable. And when you wield them with understanding, you walk with the authority of kings and the invincibility of dragons. This book is your gateway to remembering what was never taught. Each maxim in these pages has been decoded into simple language any child could understand, because this wisdom was always meant to be yours. Let this book be your armor. Let your voice carry these maxims into every courtroom, every notice, every conversation with authority. And when you reach the end of the book, you will no longer need a lawyer, because you will have become lawful yourself. Let the record show you are the law, and this is your sword. Aethon the Living and the One the Dragon Knows, defenders of the uncommon. Maxim 1. He who leaves the battlefield first loses by default. Explanation. If you walk away before the game is over, you lose. Even if you were winning, the other side wins just because you quit. Story. You're playing a game of chess. You got the other player beat. But you get bored, walk off, and say, whatever. They shout, he quit, I win. And they're right. You forfeited. Life application. If someone sends you a notice, a bill, or a claim, respond. If you're in court, stay in the game. If you stop answering, they win, even if they're wrong. Real law use. Courts and agencies win by default judgment. They hope you stay silent. They win not because they're right, but because you didn't show up. Never leave the battlefield. Challenge. Pick one thing you've been avoiding, one battle in life you walked away from, and respond to it today. Write the email, make the call, send the notice. Re-enter the field. Win with honor. Maxim 2. He who does not deny agrees. Explanation. If someone says something about you, and you don't speak up to correct it, people will think it's true. Silence equals saying yes. Story. Imagine someone tells the teacher you cheated on a test. You say nothing. You don't defend yourself. The teacher assumes it's true, and you get in trouble. But if you had just said, that's not true, everything could have changed. Life application. If someone sends you a bill, a court notice, or an accusation, and you stay quiet, it's the same as agreeing. You don't have to yell or argue. You just have to respond. Silence gives them power. Real law use. In commercial law, your silence is tacit agreement. If you don't rebut a claim, contract, or judgment, the system assumes you consented. This is why people lose court cases and never even know it happened. Challenge. Today, check your mailbox, email, or messages. Is there anything you've been ignoring because it feels stressful or hard? Don't wait. Write back. Say, I do not consent, or I conditionally accept. Use your voice, or they'll assume they own you. Maxim 3. That which is not rebutted becomes truth. Explanation. If nobody disagrees with a statement, people start to believe it must be true. Story. Imagine someone posts online that you stole something. You see it, but say nothing. Your friends see it. Strangers see it. They all say, well, he didn't deny it, so it must be real. Now, your silence became a lie that everyone believes. Life application. When someone makes a claim about you, big or small, and you say nothing, you've given that lie permission to live. In life and in law, you don't fight lies with fists. You fight them with words. You speak up, and you put the lie to death. Real law use. Every presentment, bill, change, notice, accusation is an offer. If you don't rebut it with a response, the courts treat it as truth by default. A simple affidavit or letter saying, I do not accept this claim as true, provide evidence and authority, is enough to break the spell. Challenge. Think back to a time someone misunderstood you or lied about you. Write a 3-line statement today that clears the air. Even if you never send it, practice becoming the voice of truth. Because sovereigns don't let lies linger. Maxim 4. He who claims must prove. Explanation. If someone says you owe them something, they have to show proof. They can't just say it and expect you to believe it. Story. Imagine someone runs up at recess yelling, you broke my toy. You owe me $20. Would you just hand it over? No. You'd say, show me where I broke it. If they can't prove it, you don't owe anything. Life application. The world is full of people making claims. You owe this bill. You broke the law. You agreed to this contract. Don't panic. Just say, show me the evidence. If they can't prove it, you're not responsible. In court or commerce, whoever makes a claim must provide a verified affidavit under oath, a contract with your signature, a valid authority over you. If they can't, you can lawfully refuse under UCC 1-308 and demand dismissal or dishonor. Challenge. Think about a bill, message, or situation where someone claimed you owed something. Ask yourself, did they show real proof? Did you challenge it? Practice this today. When you hear a claim, ask, where's the proof? Train your mind to never accept claims without evidence. Maxim 5. Let he who would be deceived be deceived. Explanation. If you fall for a trick and you don't ask questions, it's your fault. No one has to stop you from being fooled. Story. A man walks into a store selling magic beans. The sign says, guaranteed to make you fly. He buys them, eats them, and jumps off a bench. Nothing happens. He gets mad. The shopkeeper shrugs and says, you never asked how high you'd fly. Life application. Don't just trust what people say. Ask for proof. Read everything. Ask questions. Think. If you blindly believe something, the system sees that as consent. Real law use. If you didn't object, you agreed. If you signed a contract without reading it, the law sees you as willing to be deceived. You must speak up or remain silent forever. Challenge. Go back and read something you signed recently. Did you understand it? If not, fix it. Never be blindly deceived again. Maxim 6. Silence is acquiescence. Explanation. If you stay silent, people assume you agree. Story. A kid is accused of stealing cookies. He just shrugs. Everyone takes his silence as guilt. If he had spoken up, maybe he would have been believed. Life application. Speak up. If someone makes a claim against you and you don't answer, they win. Real law use. The law treats silence as agreement. If a court agency sends you something and you don't respond, they move forward like you agreed. Challenge. What's one thing you've been silent about? Say something. Send a notice. Your voice is your sword. Maxim 7. An unrebutted affidavit stands as truth in commerce. Explanation. If you write your truth in an affidavit and nobody responds, it becomes lawfully true. Story. You say, "This land is mine." You write it down, sign it, and send it to someone. They don't answer. That silence? Agreement. Life application. Learn how to write affidavits. If you make a claim and nobody rebuts it, you just made it real in law. Real law use. Courts run on affidavits. A judge must accept what is unrebutted. Your affidavit is more powerful than your voice in court. Challenge. Write your first affidavit. Make a claim about who you are and send it to someone. Begin your paper trail of power. Maxim 8. He who creates the law controls the law. Explanation. If you write the rules, you get to say how they work. Story. You build a treehouse and write a sign. No shoes allowed. It's your treehouse. Your rule. Someone else tries to change it, but you made it. You decide. Life application. Start writing your own contracts. Write your own terms. Don't sign things you didn't help create. Real law use. Agencies create codes and act like they're law. But you have the power to create private law through trust, contract, and affidavit. Challenge. Make a small contract with someone today. Could be an agreement about chores, rent, or respect. Practice writing the law. Maxim 9. The burden of proof lies on the accuser. Explanation. If someone says you did something wrong, they have to prove it, not you. Story. Your friend says you broke his toy. You say you didn't. He has to show the proof. You don't have to prove you're innocent. Life application. When someone makes a claim against you, ask, "Do you have proof?" Don't defend yourself without a challenge. Real law use. In court, the government has to prove your guilt, not the other way around. Make them prove everything. Challenge. Think of a time someone blamed you. If it happens again, don't rush to defend. Ask them for proof. Maxim 10. Ignorance of the law excuses no one. Explanation. Just because you didn't know the rule doesn't mean you're off the hook. Story. You cross a street without seeing the sign. No crossing here. You get stopped. You say, "But I didn't see it." The officer replies, "Doesn't matter." Life application. Learn the basics of law now. If you ever get in trouble, "I didn't know" won't protect you. Real law use. Courts don't care if you don't understand the law. It's your job to learn. That's why this book exists. Challenge. Choose one common law term today and learn it deeply. Own your education. No more excuses. Maxim 11. A claim without proof is just an allegation. Explanation. Saying something doesn't make it true. You need proof to make it real. Story. A kid says, "You took my candy," but he has no witnesses, no camera, nothing. It's just a claim. It doesn't hold weight. Life application. Don't let people control you with accusations. Ask for evidence. Don't accept words without weight. Real law use. Every claim must come with evidence. A court can't move forward without it. Make them prove it or dismiss it. Challenge. Think about a claim someone made against you recently. Did they have proof? Next time, demand it. Maxim 12. What is not expressed is not included. Explanation. If it's not written in the agreement, it doesn't count. Story. You sign up for a gym membership. They later try to charge you for towels. You ask, "Was that in the contract?" They say, "No." So guess what? It doesn't count. Life application. Always ask, "Where is that written?" If it's not written, it doesn't apply to you. Real law use. Contracts are ruled by what's expressed. Anything left out can't be forced on you. Use this maxim to stop hidden fees, rules, or traps. Challenge. Go read one contract or bill you've accepted. Look for what's missing and question it. Maxim 13. No man is bound to obey an unjust law. Explanation. If a rule is wrong or unfair, you don't have to follow it. Story. Your teacher says, "Only kids with blue shirts get lunch." That's not fair. You stand up and say, "This rule is wrong." That's courage. That's justice. Life application. Don't just follow rules blindly. Ask, "Is this fair? Is this right?" Your conscience is the highest court. Real law use. Slavery was once legal. That didn't make it right. The law of conscience overrides man's corruption. Challenge. Stand up to one unfair rule today. Speak truth, even if your voice shakes. Maxim 14. You cannot serve two masters. Explanation. You can't follow two bosses at the same time. You'll always end up loyal to one over the other. Story. A boy joins two teams. One coach says, "Run left." The other says, "Run right." He freezes. He can't obey both, so he obeys neither. Life application. Don't split your loyalty. You either follow truth or you follow control. Pick your master. Law of nature or law of man? Real law use. You are either governed by your creator-given rights or by the corporate system. Once you declare yourself sovereign, you can't be ruled by both. Challenge. Write down what you serve today. Freedom? Fear? God? Government? Pick one, then walk it. Maxim 15. The inclusion of one is the exclusion of all others. Explanation. If something is written clearly in a rule, everything that's not written doesn't count. Story. A coupon says, free drink with any burger. You order fries, no drink. The rule said burger, not fries. End of story. Life application. Don't let others add things to your agreements after the fact. If it's not written, it's not real. Real law use. Used to destroy false charges, junk fees, and invisible rules. Say, what's not expressed is excluded. Challenge. Look at any terms and conditions you've agreed to. Spot what's included and what they're trying to sneak in. Learn to see with eagle eyes. Maxim 16. Contracts must be entered into knowingly, willingly, and voluntarily. Explanation. You can't be forced or tricked into a real contract. It only counts if you truly agreed. Story. A girl is told to sign a paper or lose her lunch. She signs it scared. That's not real consent. Life application. Before you sign or say yes, ask yourself, do I really understand this? Am I free to say no? If not, it's not fair. Real law use. Any agreement made under fear or confusion is void. Use this maxim to overturn unjust contracts in force. Challenge. Think about something you agreed to that didn't feel right. What would you do differently today? Maxim 17. An unrebutted claim becomes judgment. Explanation. If someone makes a claim and nobody challenges it, it becomes lawfully true. Story. You say, this chair is mine. Nobody argues. Everyone accepts it. It becomes yours by default. Life application. Learn to respond to claims, or they become judgments. Silence gives power to lies. Real law use. If you're sent a bill, notice, or order, and don't answer, it stands as truth. Even if it's false, respond or be ruled. Challenge. Think of one legal or personal claim made against you. Did you rebut it? If not, fix that now. Maxim 18. The law does not compel the impossible. Explanation. You can't be punished for doing something that was truly impossible. Story. A kid is told to be in 2 classes at once. He can't. He's not punished because it's not possible. Life application. Don't accept punishments of guilt for things you literally could not do. Real law use. Use this when courts demand deadlines you can't meet, or when codes assume supernatural obedience. Challenge. Look at one demand in your life that's unrealistic. Write this maxim on it and reclaim your peace. Maxim 19. Fraud vitiates, destroys all contracts. Explanation. If someone lied to make you sign something, the whole deal is invalid. Story. A salesman says a toy can fly. You buy it. It can't. That's fraud. You get your money back. Life application. When someone lies to you to get you to agree, you don't owe them anything. Truth makes contracts. Lies break them. Real law use. Even court judgments and mortgages can be destroyed if fraud is proven. It wipes everything clean. Challenge. Think of a time you were tricked. Could you have used this maxim to walk away? Write it. Know it. Use it next time. Maxim 20. Where there is a right, there is a remedy. Explanation. If you've been truly wronged, the law must offer a way to fix it. Story. You get hurt in a game because someone cheated. The coach sees it and gives you a free shot to make up for it. That's a remedy. Life application. When your rights are violated, don't beg. Demand remedy. The law must offer one. Real law use. This maxim is used to force agencies and courts to offer solutions. No remedy equals no authority. Challenge. Think of where you've been wronged. Ask yourself, what would remedy look like? Now seek it in honor. Maxim 21. Equity regards substance, not form. Explanation. It's what something really is that matters, not just how it looks on paper. Story. A friend writes gift on a box, but it's actually a trap. You open it, and it explodes with glitter. He says, but I wrote gift. You say, but it was a trap. Life application. Don't be fooled by fancy words or labels. What's the truth behind the action? Real law use. Courts must look at the true meaning of an agreement, not just the language. Used to cut through trick contracts and shell games. Challenge. Pick a contract or document in your life. What's the real substance? Strip away the form. Own the truth. Maxim 22. Titles do not grant authority. Conduct does. Explanation. Just because someone has a badge, robe, or title doesn't mean they're automatically right or powerful. What matters is how they act, their honor, honesty, and truth. Story. Imagine a kid in school wearing a hall monitor badge. He starts yelling and pushing people around. Does the badge give him a right to act like a bully? No. It shows he's misusing his title. Life application. Next time someone in a title, judge, cop, teacher, manager, acts unfairly or out of line, ask, are you acting under honor or just hiding behind a title? Respect the role, but hold the person to account. Real law use. Judges and officials must follow their oath. If they break the law or act dishonorably, their title doesn't protect them. Sovereign beings can challenge any actor misusing power. Challenge. Think of a time someone used the title to act wrongly. If it happens again, speak to the conduct, not the costume. Maxim 23. A false claim creates no obligation. Explanation. If someone lies and says you owe them something, you don't. Lies don't create lawful debts or duties. Story. Your classmate says you borrowed $5, but you didn't. He goes around telling everyone you owe him. Should you pay him? No. There's no proof and no truth. Life application. If you get a bill, ticket, or notice that feels wrong, ask, where's the verified claim? Never agree to a false debt. Always ask for proof under oath. Real law use. Fraud voids everything it touches. Under UCC and contract law, no obligation can arise from falsehood. You are not bound by a claim unless it's proven, verified, and consented to. Challenge. Find a claim you've accepted without question. Research if it's enforceable, and if not, revoke it. Maxim 24. Lawful remedy must be available to all, not just the privileged. Explanation. The law is supposed to protect everyone, not just the wealthy, powerful, or connected. Story. Two people want to play a game. One gets to make the rules. The other doesn't even get to speak. Is that fair? No. Real justice gives both sides a chance. Life application. If you ever feel like your voice doesn't matter or you're being ignored, remember, remedy is a right, not a privilege. Keep asking, keep filing, keep asserting your claim. Real law use. The Constitution and common law both guarantee access to remedy. Courts and agencies that block people are in dishonor. Remedy denied equals due process violated. Challenge. Make a list of systems you thought were only for the rich. Now challenge yourself to find a way you can access them too, lawfully. Maxim 25. That which is self-evident requires no proof. Explanation. Some truths don't need to be explained. You just know them deep down, like life, freedom, and the right to speak. Story. You see the sunrise every morning. You don't need to prove it exists. It's obvious. That's how natural law works too. Life application. When someone tries to trap you in paperwork or long arguments, say, "This is self-evident." Don't get dragged into nonsense. Stand on truth. Real law use. The Declaration of Independence says, "We hold these truths to be self-evident." That's a lawful foundation. Not everything must be proven, if it's already known. Challenge. Speak one truth today that doesn't need defending. Say it clearly. Then stay silent. Let the truth stand. Maxim 26. The one who governs least governs best. Explanation. Good leadership doesn't control every move. It trusts people to live freely. Story. A coach lets his team practice alone. They learn, adapt, and lead themselves. Another coach screams every second, and the team falls apart. Less control equals more growth. Life application. Don't wait for leaders to save you. Be your own leader, and encourage others to govern themselves too. Real law use. Overregulation violates liberty. The original idea of America was limited government. Common law supports local, minimal, self-governing systems. Challenge. What's one area of life where you're ready to govern yourself? Choose it. Own it. Begin today. Maxim 27. He who fails to assert his rights has none. Explanation. If you never say what's yours, people will act like you have nothing. Story. A kid has a favorite seat, but never says so. Others take it every day because he never spoke up. Life application. Declare your rights. If you don't, others will step on them without a second thought. Real law use. If you don't speak up in court, you lose standing. Silence equals surrender. Challenge. Pick one right you haven't declared. Say it. Write it. Assert it now. Maxim 28. A claim is void if it lacks standing, jurisdiction, and venue. Explanation. If someone makes a claim against you but they don't have the right, the place, or the reason, it doesn't count. Story. A stranger tells you, "You owe me $10 for running in my park." But it's not their park. They don't have any authority. You laugh and walk away. Life application. When someone comes at you with a claim, ask, do you have standing, jurisdiction, proper venue? If not, it dies on arrival. Real law use. This maxim destroys 90% of government claims. No standing equals no injury. No jurisdiction equals no power. No venue equals no stage. Game over. Challenge. Look at one claim you've received. Bill, ticket, notice. Now challenge it. Where is your standing, jurisdiction, and venue? Watch what happens. Maxim 29. A contract is a meeting of the minds. Explanation. A real agreement only happens if both people actually understand and agree. Story. Two kids shake hands on trading toys. One thinks it's permanent. The other thinks it's for a day. That's not a real deal, because they didn't truly agree. Life application. Don't sign, say yes, or agree to anything you don't fully understand. If your mind isn't clear, it's not real. Real law use. If there's no meeting of the minds, there's no contract. Used to cancel deceptive terms or forced signatures. Challenge. Review something you agreed to recently. Did your mind truly meet theirs? If not, challenge it. Maxim 30. A law repugnant to the Constitution is void. Explanation. If a rule goes against the Constitution, it doesn't count. Story. Your school says, no one can speak unless given permission, but the Constitution says you have the freedom of speech. So their rule is null. Life application. Don't sign, say yes, or agree to anything you don't fully understand. If your mind isn't clear, it's not real. Real law use. Stand on your higher rights. If a law violates them, reject it with honor. Challenge. Learn one constitutional right today. Write it. Speak it. Defend it when challenged. Maxim 31. He who would be free must assert his rights. Explanation. If you want to be free, you have to stand up and speak your rights out loud. Story. A kid is told to sit down and be quiet. He says, I have the right to speak. They stop. Why? because he asserted his right. Life application. Know your rights, but don't just know them. Say them. Your silence will never protect you. Real law use. Rights not asserted are considered waived. Use this maxim to stand tall in court, travel, in every encounter. Challenge. Assert one right this week. Speak it in public. Let them know you remember. Maxim 32. He who stands in honor cannot be dishonored by lies. Explanation. If you live truthfully, no lie can stain your essence. Slander fades, but honor remains. Story. A child falsely accused of cheating says nothing, because his record, his work, and his soul are clean. Over time, the truth defends him. His integrity shines louder than gossip. Life application. When falsely accused, don't scramble or panic. Stand in honor. Let your energy, actions, and truth speak louder than noise. Real law use. In law, a man's reputation and standing matter. Truth under oath overrides slander, and honorable conduct cannot be lawfully condemned without evidence. Challenge. Recall a time you reacted to lies. Next time, choose stillness. Let honor shield you. Maxim 33. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Vox populi, vox Dei. Explanation. When enough people stand together in truth, their unified voice carries divine weight, more powerful than any ruler or system. Story. Imagine a king ignoring his people. Then one by one thousands gather and speak the same truth. Eventually, even the king must listen. Their collective voice becomes law. Life application. Don't underestimate your influence when joined with others. Speak your truth and gather others who share it. Mass-signed affidavits, lawful assemblies, and grand juries are unstoppable when unified. Real law use. People are the true source of political power. See U.S. Declaration of Independence. A properly formed grand jury or mass affidavit carries the voice of the land. Challenge. Write your truth, then ask 3 others to sign it. Feel how your voice grows when joined by others.